Welcome to the Chronicles Reports. I am your host, Chronicles. Today we are not just reporting the news. We are documenting a seismic shift in the global balance of power. We are witnessing history in the making, a great reordering that is redrawing the map of the Middle East before our very eyes. For decades, the Islamic Republic of Iran stood as the immovable center of regional politics. But with the death of Ayatollah Khamenei, that era has reached a definitive and chaotic conclusion. This isn't just a simple change in leadership. We are analyzing the potential collapse of a regime and the birth of a brand new regional order. Stay with us as we provide a deep dive journalistic analysis of these historical events, exploring how they impact modern politics and, most importantly, your daily life. Let's look at the hard facts. Recently, the Islamic Republic of Iran crossed every regional red line imaginable. In a series of unprecedented maneuvers, they targeted a fifth of the world's liquid natural gas supply in Qatar, struck the largest oil refinery in Saudi Arabia, and even bombed major cities in the UAE. Why does this matter to you? These aren't just distant military strikes. They're direct assaults on the global economy. When energy hubs like Qatar and Saudi Arabia are compromised, the impact is felt immediately in your daily life through fluctuating fuel prices and global economic instability. The historical argument here is clear. The old order, defined by Iranian regional dominance, is no longer sustainable. We are seeing the final desperate gasps of a system that can no longer maintain its grip on the world's energy pulse. As Iran's influence wanes, a power vacuum has emerged. To fill it, we see two new distinct blocs forming. Bloc 1, a coalition led by Turkey, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and Egypt. Bloc 2, centered on a surprising partnership between Israel and its allies in the United Arab Emirates, UAE, Ethiopia, and Morocco. Why would the UAE, a Gulf state, align with Israel over its immediate neighbors? The roots are financial and strategic. The UAE has been quietly supporting rogue factions across Africa and the Middle East, from Somaliland to the Rapid Support Forces in Sudan, to secure its own financial interests. Analysts call this the UAE-Israel axis of fragmentation. It represents a contemporary shift where specific investments and rogue alliances are prioritized over traditional regional or religious solidarity. This is a cold, calculated move in the game of modern geopolitics. Now, let us explore the linguistic and cultural roots of one of the region's most intense rivalries, Turkey versus Israel. President Erdogan of Turkey has masterfully positioned himself as a regional leader by tapping into broader Muslim sentiments. He utilizes powerful, formal rhetoric to frame the conflict. For example, he has publicly labeled Israel a terror state, while describing Hamas as a liberation group. This is more than a political spat. It is a battle for the moral leadership of the Islamic world. Despite their past collaborations, such as their joint support for Azerbaijan, Turkey, and Israel are now in a direct cultural and political rivalry to see who will dominate the post-Iran landscape. Erdogan's choice of language is a deliberate tool used to galvanize support and project power across borders. For years, Iran was the well that never ran dry for proxy groups. As of 2018, Iran provided an estimated $700 million annually to Hezbollah alone. But now the well is running dry. Without a strong central financiering throne, groups like Hezbollah, Hamas, and the Houthis in Yemen are facing a grim reality, splintering or total collapse. You might think this improves security for nations like Israel. In the short term, perhaps, but from a journalistic perspective, we must consider the wild card factor. Heavily armed groups with no central controller are unpredictable. This creates a new kind of instability in contemporary history, one where there's no one left to negotiate with. Only fragmented factions vying for survival. What happens next for Iran itself? This is the core of our analysis. Given its deep historical roots, we see four potential paths forward. A managed transition. A civilian-led government takes over the existing state machinery to ensure stability. The return of the monarchy. Reza Pahlavi, the son of the last Shah, advocates for a democratic, secular, and liberal Iran from the United States. However, we must analyze the cultural roots of a 1979 revolution. Many Iranians still fear a return to their kleptocratic rule and aggressive centralization of the past. Erkan, the military state. This is the rise of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, IRGC, taking direct control, potentially using Mojtaba Khamenei as a figurehead. This would mean more domestic repression and a doubling down on hardline policies. Total chaos, the worst-case scenario. A multi-belligerent civil war, mirroring the tragedies of Yugoslavia or Syria, leading to the fragmentation of Iran into smaller ethnostates. We are currently witnessing one of the biggest gambles in recent history. Are the global leaders involved master poker players orchestrating a new era of peace? Or are we on the verge of a catastrophic miscalculation? The history of the Middle East is being rewritten today. These events shape the politics of tomorrow and the security of our daily lives. From the price of the gas in your car to the stability of global markets, the Great Reordering is a story that involves all of us. Thank you for joining us for this factual journalistic report. I am Chronicles, and this has been the Chronicles Reports. Make sure to stay informed, because history isn't just in the past, it's happening right now.